Hello, everyone. This is Mars Today, and we're back. We're back with episode number 14, which I'm titling Ancient Ruins. This episode is being recorded on July the 22nd, 2026 at 7:38 Coordinated Mars time. So welcome back, everyone. Before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to say a few things. I've been broadcasting this podcast now for a couple months, and it's been really tough getting some subscribership. I know there are a lot of fans of Mars out there that like this kind of thing and enjoy the podcasts. I know I'm getting some viewership, but I would really love if you guys could hit that subscribe button. It would really be appreciated. And it'll ensure that you guys get notifications for every new podcast I release. So anyways, that's about all I had to say about that. And let's get on to today's episode. I've got a couple of images, again, from Atlantis Chaos. And let's have a look at them. Okay, let's take a look at our first image for today. Take a good look at this one. Upon first glance, you can see this is highly unnatural looking terrain. It looks highly geometrically organized. There are lots of points in this image that I'd like to share and describe. We'll first start looking at the top part of the image. Now, if you look up in here and here and all through here, you can see a lot of grid squares. They're not perfect squares or perfect rectangles, but you can still see the straight lines all through them. A lot of this area is highly covered in sand, and you can tell it's highly eroded and sand covered. But let's zoom in a little bit. We'll see how far we can go without the blur. So again, even down in here, you see these protrusions. They look kind of like potential man-made structures all through here, up in here, again up in here, here. It's quite interesting, but in this image, the most striking feature that I found is down near the bottom left corner. We're going to zoom out a little bit, okay, and we're going to have a look at this area right in here. Now take a look at this. You can see this delineation line going right through here. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can see it better. Okay, now if you look at either side of the delineation line, you can see these building-like structures all through here. This looks like a roadway with structures, man-made structures all along it. Now again, these are highly eroded, possibly for 1 million years, so they're not going to look perfect, but you can still see the geometric organization remains. They look highly unnatural, and to me, I think these are buildings, or what's left of buildings from a very long time ago. Okay, so that's all I have to share in this image, and we're going to move on to our next image. Now in this image, you can see way more erosion has taken place compared to the last image. You can see this area is highly covered in sand and dust, especially on the left side, the right side, and all through here, this dark area. This is all sand, wind-blown sand. The area I want to focus on in this image is right up in here. Now just stare at that for a few seconds, and here I see a layout. I see what looks like artificial man-made structures. We'll zoom in a little bit, have a look. Okay, take a look at this object right here. Highly symmetrical, looks like a building, and I see right in front of it these three smaller objects. Not sure what they can be. Now we focus on this one here. Again, it looks like a small building. These are both quite clear. Now we'll get into another part. If you look over here, I see a lot of what appears to be unnatural structure-like objects all through this little area in here. You can see a lot of straight lines, right angles, squared off tops, all through here. This whole little area, again, looks highly geometrically organized. And you can see more of that right in this area here. You see this rectangle, wall-like feature. Some things that are a little bit dark but look structural all through here. Now let's get down into the bottom part of the image. Now this area in here, again, it looks unnatural, but it's a little bit hard to visualize, so I understand if you guys can't really visualize this as well as the upper part of the image. But I wanted to point out a feature that's a little bit down near the bottom, and that's right in here. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to zoom in. It's going to get a little bit blurry, but you can still see it. Just take the shape. I see a straight line here, here. This looks like some type of building, and I see something that's kind of rounded, like a semicircle, and then it comes down here. Again, this looks highly unnatural. There's no way that this was created by natural processes. I see four little objects here. I'm not sure what they are. They could be part of this structure, but it's still interesting to look at. Now down in this region here, you can see this straight, kind of ridge-like straight line. Now we'll zoom down a little bit. Now this looks like it's made up of sections. It could be a row of structures. It's hard to see, I get it, but still interesting. The rest of the image, like down in here, is very hard to visualize, so I appreciate that. But I think the best part of this particular image is this area right up in here. Again, let's zoom in, let's have a look, and then we'll be done and we can move on. That's about it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed the content. We'll be back in the not too distant future with episode number 15. As always, please leave comments, please leave likes if possible, and please subscribe to this channel. So take care, be well, have a great day, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.